welcome to a new Solitaire video. Tonight we continue our journey to 1000 with the Solokid Lunar deck. Plus we have ourselves a new giveaway. Alright, first let's look at these cards and then get into the rest as we have ourselves a surprising look to these. That's pretty cool if you ask me, and you could tell the difference. So this one looks pretty nice to start, and a decent back. So let's put the jokers back in their box, and let's get into our giveaway. So let's put these cards up here for now, and bring out our new giveaway. And by the way, our old giveaway has a new winner, or has the winner, I should say. So check out that last one. I believe it was in the Dunkers deck. So look for that to see if you won. And now, we have a new little package from one of my friends. They have been giving me some of their monthly subscription boxes because they know how much I enjoy cards. So here are our decks. So the only new deck I have this time is the Guardians of the Galaxy Theory 11 deck. And this one looks pretty nice. 311 always does a good job with their cards, with 2 Telio orbits and 2 dragons, 1 gold and 1 blue. So for this giveaway, I'll let it be up to you. Say that you'd like to be part of it, and which deck would you like? Dragon, gold, blue, orbit, red, blue, or Guardians of the Galaxy? Alright. Also, if you'd like to get any of the decks you see me use pretty much every night, I've gotten probably, I'd say, 80% of my collection from the link I'll leave below. I know you've been asking me to do it, but sometimes I forget. And just some random cards. Obviously one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And back designs. It's funny how many of these we have. Alright, let's continue with our game. It's always fun doing a giveaway, don't you think? Maybe if we get bigger, or eventually when we get bigger, we could do more. Ooh, this deck has an interesting smell to it. It's almost like paint. Not sure how I think, or what I think about that yet. But regardless, a very nice look, and it seems to be the same design each way you split it. Game number 1. Here we come. There we go. I like it a lot. What do you think so far? It has a very satisfying back design. And the front at first seems like a bit much, but then pretty quickly settles down. Double 4s, and make that just the one. Double jacks, double 10s, double 8s. Let's be risky. Why not take a risk with that many doubles? Here we go. Officially another step into our design reminds me of a Costco frozen yogurt. This might be a quick first game. I think that king helps us out quite a bit. If I remember, a relatively early white or red queen. There she is. Drop that 7, and let's hope for a red king. Yet another red 6. Let's go this one. Well, we got another king. I don't think that's going to help us too much at the moment. But let's find out. Nowhere for that 2. That king looks to have helped us. And surprisingly, nowhere for that 5. Jack 2 6. And a decent little run right there. I don't know. It's looking pretty tough, but we could actually do this, resulting in our first fat stack of the night. And next round we will get our ace. And I believe another chance to put down a king. Last ace. There is the king, as aforementioned. Put down that queen, and are we going to start off our night with a victory? As we put down that 2. Let's find out. 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh my. This one might be tough, as there's nowhere for that queen, 4 or 3. Just yet. Now there is somewhere for that 4. But how much longer can it go? So we flip over that 10. Final card is a 7. And can we manage a comeback in this one? Alright, we're missing that. Oh my. 9, 10. Jack. Put down that queen. 8 and 9. Oh wait, what did I do? Oh, this queen goes over here. My bad. It still works. And with that, my friend, we just won our first game of the night. as we have all of these spades, ace to king, with all of the clubs, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. Let's give a nice victory shuffle and see how we do. Oh, it's gonna be chunky at the beginning, and I think it's chunky all throughout. Yeah, we're not gonna have too many pairs in this one, but that's alright. Still, first win down. Look at those cards. And let's do a casino shuffle for game 2. I think it's safe to give this deck its rating now. So, the texture of the deck is actually pretty smooth. You don't have that typical bicycle deck control, but you rely more on the oils in your fingers to get a grip. Not my preference, but it's not bad. The durability, on the other hand, is just slightly worse than a deck of bicycle cards. I enjoy the blue and red contrast within the deck a lot, so it's a plus for me. The back design is also much of the same. I could see how someone might not like it, but I think most of us would. So strong design, weak or slightly below average durability. Texture, questionable. And with all of that considered, I think a 7.5 is a safe and fair ranking for this deck. Definitely wouldn't be a bad addition to the collection. Oh, my bad. Do you ever notice yourself kind of isolating one card and the other? I sometimes get in that little groove where I do, and there's sometimes sections that don't make sense to isolate. Alright, we are adding to our left, and that's all we can do at the moment. And it looks like we're just gonna need to find a spot for a king to drop to have a chance to go long in this one. chance, so it would instantly have a free spot there for guaranteed 2 kings, as opposed to taking a gamble on that one, and I think that was our third play. But it looks like it worked out for us at the moment. Let's just hope we can get a red king. And it looks like we just miss a red king, and we get a black. And with that black king, I think that's the end of our second game, as there's nowhere for that 5, 6, 3, or 9, missing the 2s for each one of those. So we just miss going long in this one, but still a fairly decent start to our night. We've already added a win and 1 fat stack to our stats. And then I had a couple of you ask over the past month or so, do I know my actual stats? And the answer is heck no. I wish I did. I'm hoping by our 1000th video episode that people have, like, let's say in the first video, before we officially began tracking wins and fat stacks, that somebody could put, like, in video 1, games played 5, wins 0, fat stacks 3, and then just go from there. And then the next video, repeat the process up all the way to 1000. Obviously, no one person's that crazy, or maybe you are, to do all of that, but it could be a fun way to create a little historical line for us, which would be really cool to see where it ends up, because I'm very curious of our win percentage over all of these times. And then counting our snacks in Solitaire journey, candy in Solitaire, gum chewing in Solitaire, as well as our lost episodes, which I believe would just be their own category. I view those as an exhibition game, which don't really count towards the real total. But then the lost episodes have their own little series on the members' videos, so you never know what the lines will end up like. It's really fun when you think about it, because if it's not obvious enough, I'm a nerd in a sense when it comes to analytics and numbers, probabilities, percentages, all that stuff. And when I was younger, I would always look at baseball cards and compare good players from not so good players, and seeing the difference between them, as we just got shut out. And there you go, that's another stat for the back of our card. How many shutouts happened to us, as there's nowhere for that 7, queen, jack, king, 4, 4, queen, and 9. And a shutout would classify no play from our hand. A perfect game would be us not having a single play be made at all. That would be a negative perfect game. And a perfect game for us would be 4 fat stacks as well as a victory in one game. And just finding out how many times that's happened, keeping a little tally out of our 1000 videos, episodes. I think that sounds fun, as we had just doubles, it looks like. Besides triple 5s, let's do a casino shuffle while we talk some stats. What was I going at? Because I think by the time we reach our 1000th episode, that will be almost 3 consecutive years of a Solitaire video every day. opposed to a game criteria. So some games could be very quick, very long. So there were videos where 10 games would happen easily. In our 100 specials, we have about 30 games per. And you just never know how many we've actually played until we're done. Because of some other specials we do along our other series, we do other hour specials. So it's just kind of random, and it's also very neat that way. I think I'll shut up. I think you get the point of how many stats we could track throughout our journey. One of the more obscure ones that I would like to track at some point would be the amount of cards left unturned. Let's say under here there are triple sixes, and finding out which card had the most reoccurrences as the triplet. And I want you to think back to our last couple triplets. What's the one that comes to mind first? For me, it's sixes and nines, maybe eights. But rarely you see triple twos, triple fours, and triple tens. So it's kind of interesting thinking about that and knowing the real numbers. Anyway, you get it. I'll shut up now for it. Anyway, game number 4. Let's see if we can have a comeback after our good start. So triple tens are on the field now. Give it a second, maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, black 9. Let's just do it. There hasn't been much traction. Alright. I think it might be time for a thorough check. As there's nowhere for that 7. King. 6 or a 3. Or wait a second. Go back to that 6. Make it a 9. We jump here. 8, 7, 6. And another king. Oh, wait a second. Alright. Now you might be thinking, why aren't you moving the king of hearts? And I think it would be a better bet, statistically, to go for this king, since it's closer to a card we can place a king. And we have one chance to get it right, and we do. Alright. We still have these cards to flip, so let's remind ourselves what what is in our hand. We have a 7, king, 7 and a 3. So I know under this king we have a play waiting, which will then free up another spot, so you'd think to do that. But here we go. King, jack, 10, 9, and 10. There we go. Fat stack number 2. As we are stuck with a 7 at the moment. Nowhere for that 7, nowhere for that 7. Place that 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and I think that's it. We cannot get to the 4 of spades, since it must be hiding. We could play this 5, but still nowhere for that 7. So as much as we may try, ultimately just a little bit short. Alright, on to game 5, our final one of the night. Kinda surprising, isn't it? I thought for sure we'd have a long one by the gauge, or the start we've had, gauging the start that we've had. But 2 fat stacks so far. Something tells me we played 4 games. I can't tell if that's because we had a very quick 3rd game or not. Now I'm worried. But I think with like 85% certainty that this is our 5th. And I'll check it right after we deal out this game, so I know for sure. Yep, this is our final game. Do you ever just keep track of how many games we've done? And kind of gauge Ace headed our way. Jack, 6, Jack, 6. Oh no, that's it. And just in case I made a mistake, nowhere for that Jack. 6, Jack, 6, 10, or King. Yeah, a very mixed bag of games for this one. So Black Royalty kept us from doing anything in our final game. Let's see the cards left unturned. Alright, double fives, double queens, double twos, double sevens, and triple sevens. There you go, triple sevens. Alright, my friend, that is it for tonight. Once again, a giveaway is at hand. For those of you who made it to the end, I'll give you a little secret on how to get more entries. So for the next several Solitaire videos, just comment whichever Guardians just randomly. And I will then add more entries to you to give you the best chance possible. So anyone who just came at the beginning is at a little bit of a disadvantage. So stack them up in the videos to come, and may the best of luck be with you. Anyway, my friend, that is it. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed. Please have yourselves a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams, and until